So maybe I come to here, and then they decide to go low to grab. Okay. So from here, I want to hit him in the head, but he's protected. I can't get him up. So one of the techniques is some of the green and above have done brachial stones, brachial plexus. All I want you to do is straighten my arm out. Look where the head's at there. I grabbed it here. I have an elbow. What I'm doing, if he's just standing here, I'll do it on this side, and then I'll do it to the other side. So basically from here, I'm doing about 120 degree angle. Push. So it's here, push.
It's quite strong. It's quite strong.
So that's what I'm doing on the neck. And I'm just here and straighten that arm out. Push on the forearm. And again, you don't want to do hard to your partner. Okay? So what you can do is practice a couple times on the arm. Everybody has big arms. So basically here you can practice on the arm. They got the nose. Okay? So practice on the arm a few times just to feel that. Maybe down the road, we'll get the pads out. You can hit the pads hard and see what that feels like.
Yeah, if you're here and do it, don't do it hard to your partner. I mean, it doesn't take much. I'm barely doing it. But if I really snap that arm on her neck and turn my body into it, it's really, you might actually knock somebody out. But right then, now, look where that face is. Right? That's got to be right behind it. Don't do this, don't go. It's already there. So your partner, I'm going to be the back guy.
Get in here, they got here, and typically my hands here, when we do a drill down the road, the hands are going to be here, so it's already there. To prevent him from getting to me, I want to get a good base in here. We'll talk about that later. Let's say he's low, my hand here, I'm just going to straighten it up, and then from here, just follow the contour of the arm and throw that over. So, one more time, and comes the gear, and then we'll get lower, come up, follow here, and if I want to, I can follow.
This arm's doing two things when I come in. It's doing two things. I grab, it's keeping me from getting too close. See that? It's a bridge. And then now it's put me into the bad spot. Okay? It hurt my head. But he don't want to do this. He's not going to waste his time on me because he heard that I'm a bad guy. So he's going to take one of his arms of his choice and he's just going to straighten it out real nice like and look at what happened. His hand's right where it needs to be. See where the hand is? He never lost contact. Now watch what happens from there. The contour of my body, neck, and everything becomes the prize of his elbow. And then from there you go low and high again. Somewhere there, right? You get that? Some of us are forgetting where that hand is. We straighten this one out, and this hand's on break. Especially if it's your left arm and your right hand. About the base, right? It's all about the base. Am I right? All about the base. From here down, after you guys do a little bit of this, then we're going to add something to it. Right? He's going to try to get a good base, and I'm going to keep him from because this arm.
So this is the same thing. Go down and he comes in and gets here, and I want to prevent him from getting in, but maybe I can't straighten my arm. So from here, just because of where his head is, I'm going to take this hand. Everybody knows the hypoglossal underneath the jaw corner right here.
Find the notch in your jaw and go underneath it and go in up behind it.
Now it depends which way your head's going to go.
Okay.
So head's here. This time I block with this. So I'm going to lift his head up. So I'm going to stick the fingers, shoot straight up. There's the head. Follow the contour. I can either that elbow and then this elbow, or if he's down and I want to raise it up, I can come across with that elbow and that elbow. Just coming up.
Ideally, same arm is better.
Same arm that's doing this.
Yeah, because she's got my head up like this, and it's better to just go for it right there because it's in a perfect position.
Just gonna turn.
Anywhere between here, above the ear, down through the temple and down is pretty devastating. Smack with it over. Pretty much all. So one more time for
Here. go this way. And then from here again, I'm taking my fingers. I can do 3 fingers, 2 fingers, I can do 1 finger. But I like to just put all of them in there, as many as I can. Raise it up, come over the top to here, come over the top to there.
Everybody got it? So some people are better fingers, some people better thumb. It's whatever you can work well, but use the tip, like a cat, use the tips to really get in there. If you need, because they're stubborn or anywhere, then saw with this. If you saw, it really works nice. One thing I'm seeing a lot of people do that's bothering me is so he reaches in there and I slap him down, he grabs my waist, and I try to keep him off of this arm or this one. His head's on this side, right over here. Just kind of depends on where the side of the head's on. And then from there, you can go ahead and don't let go of this here, this part. And hang on to that neck if you can. You want that back of the head, because if I don't, and let's say I don't, I forget, and I let go, where'd it go? I can't help it. I'm seeing that way too much. So lock on. So he's here buried somewhere, and I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that there, and I'm going to raise one side of his face up, but this one keeps his head where I can do something to it. That's where we're messing up. I want it right up here enough to where I can follow it. If I get it up there enough, and then I do this, it's too late. So he's already burying it again. Right? So don't let that happen. Get it right here and then follow it. And then control it and follow it again. Okay? Control it. We're all forgetting to control. Do this stuff, he grabs low again like we've been practicing. I'm trying to maintain my base, but I want to get a shot in, right? So sometimes what you do is either they got some hair right here, a lot of hair, and you're like a hair, so you can get that hair. I can still get his hair, even though he has hardly any. And I can make him look like I can make him do it. Or if I don't have hair, see what that does? You know what I got, right? If you put, this is designed for you, the opponent, to get a hold of it. See where the thumb's going inside there? So, but be careful with your part because you can tear the ear off, and I'll try not to do that. All right. So I'm here and I'm holding him off, and I want to get his face up. All right. And sometimes he won't let me in there. He won't let me in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this, and there it was, and there it is. Okay. And there that is. So does that make sense to you? So if they got some hair there, use it. If they don't, our next best thing. And occasionally I'll do it with the other hand. And then it's immediate. If we can reach it. Okay? Is that all good? Just don't lose that control. Don't lose that control. When you get some control, take advantage of it immediately. And then whatever's next. I'm done. Ways to get their head up. One is the hypoglossal, and just follow it. Pow. And then don't lose control. And then again. The second one we did was getting a little bit of that hair. Bam, right? If you can't get the hair, the ear's really nice for that crack. Okay? And then the last one we did, which was first one we did, is they're grabbing, so we straighten them out, hang on to them, right, for that first shot. What works for you? What works for you? Sometimes it depends on your opponent. So that's several ways to get that head up, just enough to just enough. Practice this in a way that won't hurt your heart, because it can be kind of painful. You're going to take your knuckles here, these knuckles, and right here, just somewhere on your partner's back, usually around the shoulder scapular blade here is best, and just you're going to hit it and rake it like that. See how I raked it? Like that. But in the real world, what I'm doing is he's around grabbing my waist, okay, and what I'm going to do with him is that. Except you guys aren't going to do it that way. You're going to hang on to him, and you're going to do it, and then hit him. Okay? So we're not going to do it hard because that's hard enough. Feel it. But it's kind of weird for some of you to get a feel for what that's like. Like that. Okay? See that? That. But I'm doing it. There. Okay? And right in this area. So, if you will, try it a little bit in your hand, kind of get a feel for how you're kind of trying to dig a hole in your hand. Okay? And then maybe in your partner's back up here around the blade, or then do a few of those. See if you can kind of get it where you rake it across and in, and then gently you do it here. I didn't do it hard, and you'll get a feel for it. Okay.